everyone, and welcome to today's game of Dice and Dynamics. I'm your friend, host, and the unusually adapted hacker who is capable of breaking into the FBI mainframe. Joining here with me today is my cast of co-workers who solve murders because I've been binging nothing but NCIS and Bones for the last week.
We hopped on the same
Here we
keyboard to
have
stop a hacker.
here we have Sam, the veteran but hot-headed, impulsive lead character. We have
Oni?
Mark, the mind your
Sorry.
business. We have other characters too. This guy doesn't work out. Where last we left off, the group had managed to extract themselves from the Winds of Pandemonium, a tunnel trap that the group, despite approaching it from the radically wrong angle, found themselves with a lasting victory, picking up 2 more crystal keys and getting out with only Jet being incapacitated. It also discovered the at least partial purpose of the strange room trapped between crawl spaces and managed to get a short rest. After being relieved of a 500 gold diamond by Eku, a Coatl Celestial that the group had been companions with for the bulk of the adventure and who Jet had summoned. Where we come to, the group has finished their hour-long short rest and is discussing amongst themselves on how to approach the dungeon next.
All right. Any ideas? Have we looked at the door at the bottom of the stairs yet? Because we should probably do that prior to going back up. Because I'm guessing that the chain trap. Does anybody have any ideas on the chain trap?
No.
Clue.
Like I said before, the best idea I have is if we were to face them, it might be to where damage on one does damage on the other because of the whole reflection thing. But that's all I've got. I don't know if that would actually make it easier to fight them in the long run.
Just have to test that theory. Which, I mean, is just Yvonne shooting an arrow at them or something.
The other thought that I had was potentially to create a reflection by fighting them at lengths of the chain. So they're fighting
What do you
each
mean
other.
at links of the chain? Oh,
So right now they're going across the hallway with the chain.
mhm.
If we were to run to one end of the hallway, two of us were to run to one end of the hallway, and 2 of us were to stay at the other end of the hallway, and one group attracts the attention of one, and the other group attracts the attention of the other. They would turn from going across the hallway to going up and down the hallway, and the chain is only so long, so they would be fighting each other to try to fight us.
Interesting.
I can see the potential in that. The question is, are 2 of us going to be powerful enough to defeat one?
Well, I've got a few of my spells back, so I won't be as bad as I was before.
True.
I'm not going to be the best, but I have a bunch of cantrips.
I suppose in that case, Dragon Bait could be with whatever team Jet is with.
Possibly.
Full race back.
I mean, it may be as simple as just stepping over it and not hitting it, but that seems a little bit too obvious.
Too easy, yeah.
Well, we haven't tried it yet, have we?
There might be a gimmick we're not seeing.
Yeah, maybe
Well-
we should get up there and inspect the walls, because I remember there were other alcoves.
Well, did you want to jump across and see what's up those stairs?
Up which stairs? Oh, across the winds tunnel?
Now that it's over, yeah.
I mean, I think it would go up to the next level.
I have no idea. It doesn't look like it's long stairs like the other ones are. It's only a few steps. Right, Fish?
It's your recollection.
Well, I never asked, that's why. It only looked
Maybe
to be
you
a
didn't
few
really look.
steps.
I mean, but wouldn't accessing them involve turning the wind tunnel on again? Plus, we have to get across there.
No, I thought the door stayed open.
So do still have to find those other 2 keys. Like, where are they most likely to be?
Behind the door with the chain across it is my guess. Because we clearly approached the wind tunnel from the wrong direction. It just so happened to work out. Because the statue that we were next to was facing across the tunnel.
Yes.
If you can make it across, I don't see what would hurt, checking that.
Well, I mean, that's part of the problem, making it across. Soul and I
Is
can't
it-
fly.
Yes, it's a bit of a jump for me. Is it possible that the stairs on the other side lead up to that other room that I almost said chain chomps, that the Tomb Guardians are protecting?
It's possible.
Just trying to think if where on the upper level that stairwell would start from, if it did indeed start from up top. Be like under or just to the side of Papazottle's tomb.
There were some crawl spaces, but we didn't really see any. Well, that was more in Nong's tomb than it was Papazottle's.
Right. What do you guys want to do?
I think we should go to the Tomb Guardians. I mean, see if we can't figure that particular puzzle out, and if not, just shoot them from a distance until one of them dies, and then do the same to the other.
I did want to check the door at the bottom most of the stairs as well to see if
Let's see.
Maybe there's some sort of clue there as well.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, if that's what we want to do, then let's do that.
Just worry about the fall with those platforms.
You're the best one that could probably make it over compared to all of us. So,
Wait, are we talking about the stairs on the other side of the wind tunnel thing, or are we talking the door at the bottom of the stairs, in like the main area?
The door at the bottom of the stairs in the main area. I was just saying that I'd be worried about the platforms to get all of us across to just check that other door.
Oh, okay, I see.
All right, do you guys want to check the door at the bottom of those main stairs and then see if maybe we can gain some other bit of information on the chain trap before we proceed?
I don't see why not, sure.
For me.
I think that'd be a good idea.
We'll have to rely on
All right.
Withers getting us out of this room.
Hopefully he doesn't notice so we can try to take a longer rest.
Like that laugh.
Alright, you guys are checking out the chain trap, right?
We're gonna
We're
s-
checking out the room, and then we're checking out the room at the bottom of the stairs, and then chain trap.
I will be right back. Give me 1 second.
Where are you guys going?
So there's a door at the bottom of the big spiral staircase that the tomb dwarf fell into on the first level, if I recall right. And we haven't actually physically walked up and checked it yet.
Got it.
Yeah, like a
Okay,
room
just,
between the two levels.
just double checking.
Oop.
As you guys come out of the crawl space and find yourselves walking through the still very damp, still very sort of flooded room, the water curtain shows an image of Mercenari and Tyrion walking briskly through a tunnel. Tyrion seems to be dressed for sleep. He's wearing pajamas, and his hair is tied back in a loose bun at the back of his neck. On the other hand, Missionary seems dressed for something else. She's wearing a high-waisted black pants, a silk shirt, and has a light application of makeup, and her hair is cut brutally short, just ending past her shoulders. The two are mid-conversation. Tyrion speaks first. You guys are watching a vision
Thank
in
you.
the water. Tyrion speaks first. You guys can leave whenever. This is flavor. Says, but I don't see how the date is relevant, Mercenary. No, I had to leave the date to come here because I got a message from. Well, I didn't get a message from Eku. I got a message from a different Celestial who sent the message from Eku, who sent the message from the group, and it's telling us that they can hear us. And Tyrion will stop very abruptly, and Mercenary kind of bumps into him and takes a step back, and he says, "Like right now? Like right now? Or like a few minutes ago? Like when can they hear us?" And Mercenary will kind of raise her hands and say, "I don't know. My theory is that they can only hear us when we pour the water jug because they spend such a long time with it. So it's like a two-way thing, except I can't see them and they can't see us. Right? Anyways, I have messages that I have to give over to Alba. So we have to do that." And Tyrion, obviously not quite at all believing what Mercenary is saying, will kind of purse his lips and give a slow nod. And then he'll say, "So did you find out what the tongue girl did? Like what the whole tongue thing she does is? Is that like a party trick? We all know she's from the circus, but what is that? Like, does she juggle? Or..." And then the two will kind of keep having a very hushed, quick conversation as Inari is chastising him for a variety of things.
A date, huh? Soul looks at Divanis.
We should really get moving.
Whatever you say.
Cole remains silent and follows the group.
Just stares at Tyrion for like a few more seconds and then walks off.
There are a few places that Koshak enjoys more right now than his lane.
Right. As you guys walk down the steps end and take a sharp turn into a large, very large door that has an no doorknob. Well, it does have a doorknob, and it has an obnoxiously large lock. A lock maybe about the size of a toddler of some kind. Obviously made for a very gargantuan key.
I I don't think my tools are large enough to deal with this particular lock.
Never seen anything like it.
Yes, it's certainly interesting. Maybe all the keys that we gathered so far, when we put them together, they form a big key?
I don't think the keys are magic, are they?
Well, like, takes out the... Well, Devon has all the keys.
Well, we don't have all of them. She like jingles the key ring in front of the lock. See if anything happens.
Nothing happens. You stand there and jingle keys. Kind of looks weird.
Um, um, utilizing her dark vision, she will do her best to peer inside the toddler-sized lock.
All right. As you peer inside the toddler-sized lock, it seems to be sort of the inner workings of a mechanism, and then it's just blackness, as if at some point it just stops being a lock.
So so there's a hint of a mechanism, but at some point it becomes very not lock-like at all.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to bypass this one. We're going to have to find the other two keys.
Hmm.
Do you want to go take another look at the chain trap?
Might as well.
I don't know what else we're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nobody move except Koashak and Solidago.
thank you.
Yep.
There you are.
I tried to move my token, and then Fish moved the map, and so Koshak went careening through the wall.
Oh, rip. We left him alone for 2 seconds, and he glitched through a wall. Now he's T-posing, and we don't know what to do.
Turn it off and turn it back on
Druid of
again.
the land became the land, etc., etc.
Druid of the land became Druid of the Matrix.
Ah, shit. Koshak fell into the back rooms.
All right. As
The
the
tunnel's
group
under Disney World.
approaches, they find that the tomb guardian at the top where my cursor is has been replaced with a creature of some sort that appears to be an amalgamation of the goat wizard and the dwarf from the other room, patched together with a blue scaled creature of some kind. Likewise, the chain has been wrapped tightly between their legs, and instead of being slack on the ground, it is now extremely taut between them.
So now one of them is like a beast creature, and the chain is tight.
Yeah.
don't like that.
It's tied around the.
Well, now we can play Limbo.
So, wait, Fish. Let me understand. So one of them is one of the same ones that was there before, and now they're both tied around the feet, or only the one that's been replaced is tied around the feet.
Uh, the chain had slack, and it had been around at their collar, and that's still true, but now it's kind of like wrapped around their legs so that it's taut. So they are both still chained.
Okay, I see. Okay, so I mean, it looks. They're taut. Do you think if they were to move, they would trip?
Well, if we can get one to stay still and the other one to run, yeah, we can make them fall. But if it's completely tight, all they have to do is get closer and it goes down. It just means they're on a shorter leash.
I mean, they'd be slightly easier to control if we are going to either make them trip over each other, or to follow Sol's idea of, or no, it was Duvanet's idea where you have them at opposing sides.
Yes.
So that's that. Is it possible that there's enough lack of slack, for lack of a better term, for us to just run by them and not be able to reach us on the other side?
I think if they were
How
to
tall is the slack?
I
Or
have,
lack of slack?
I have a really. Does anybody have? This is a dumb question because I think I know the answer. Does anyone have climbing gear?
I have a climbing spell.
No, I'm more looking for the pittance.
Oh, pittance. Oh, ooh, I know what you're thinking. Soul looks in his inventory. I don't think I have them, but I would love if I did.
I don't even think I could climb if I tried.
Why are you trying to climb?
I don't think that she's suggesting we climb. I think she's suggesting that we hammer the chain into place.
Mhm.
Oh. Still.
Thereby effectively leashing them, essentially. I just don't have anything that would work for that.
Continuing to go through my pack.
And all of the dwarf's equipment is gone except for that lantern.
Yep, I'm looking, and no one has any pittance. Sorry, Devoneth.
It was a thought. Should we just?
Koshak does have those pigments still. Maybe he can make some pittance.
Oh, I don't have the pigments anymore. I left them on Papazotul's chariot.
Oh. Don't have those in here anymore.
Should we just try to step over and see what happens? These guys hit hard, though.
They do.
They do.
We have the wherewithal to handle a punch now, though, or at least I can.
Let's try.
Let's step forward.
This is the last place we can think of that has keys, so have to do this one way or another.
Well, in that case, wish me luck. And so we'll scurry over to this side.
Right. Do you jump over the chain or do you go under the chain? It's
How?
probably about
Yeah.
5 foot high.
Then he would go under the chain.
All right, as you sweep under the chain and you sort of rise up from it, you find yourself stalled about halfway up as the tomb guardian, made out of an amalgamation of others, has caught you by your throat and is preventing you from going any further. Everybody, roll me initiative.
That was the wrong answer.
Wrong answer, kids.
Perfection.
God, please
Ooh.
don't roll high. No.
We got a 16 for my initiative.
It rolled really low this time.
I also have higher initiative. I also have a dex of 12, so I think I beat that for a Tomb Guardian.
Oh, beans.
Uh,
Oh, there's
6
I'm
to
going.
okay. What's your dexterity?
12.
Okay. How are you guys looking? Like, I mean, I don't need to hear from Duvanith because I know you're fine after the short rest, comparatively speaking. How's everybody else, though?
I'm one away from
Oh,
full.
I was gonna say, I feel like between Duvanith and Kojak had the highest health of the group, so I didn't
Well, I'm
even
not
waste.
talking health,
Oh, like spells?
like resources.
Oh, Jet's
Yeah.
fucked.
Oh, I'm good.
Jet's fucked. 1 first level, 1 third level, 1 fourth level, 2 fifth levels.
Looking pretty okay, all things considered. I have
Well,
my combat superiority back, I have my breath weapon back, I have my action surge, I can move.
Well,
I'm fine.
yeah. And then Jet has his channel divinities, but for the most part, yeah, but now Jet's on like pure cantrip unless like someone's like using their last
Actively
breath.
dying.
Yeah, they're
I've got 3 first level, 2 second level, 3rd level, nice. 2 fourth level and 2 fifth level and 1 sixth level.
Alright, and who wants to pilot Dragon Bait?
Nose goes.
Are you even you
Who's
touching
nose
your
going?
nose? I don't trust you. No, I'm kidding.
Nose going.
That's why they said it.
Sure.
I'm touching my nose.
I don't trust you. I'll do it. That's fine.
Yes, good.
Okay, thank you.
That was what I wanted. Let Mark run the fucking smashy paladin.
Why? It just
I
makes
don't know.
no sense. How do I grab a sheet?
Yeah, I'm passing you ownership.
Oh no, I just didn't know. That's all. My bad.
Oh, no problem.
That's
You
very
see
sweet how you
that?
said
Okay.
that. I got scooched.
Oh, okay. Dragon bit. Hello, buddy. We're gonna make you the next Cobalt. Hold on.
I was gonna say that's the closest. He's pretty close to Cobalt mechanics.
Similar, yeah.
Alright.
Oh, he just doesn't have smite.
Yeah, but he's got a
Fucking good sword.
Mm.
Fuck you,
nice
sword.
Alright. Giovanna, top of the round, always quick on your feet. There are enemies at hand.
Okay, she's going to say, "Are we splitting these guys?" And then, all right, and then we'll promptly go ahead and she will take her movements and will go ahead and. Sorry, let me measure this out. It's always nice when I go first, comma, but also then it's like, okay. she's going to go ahead and I'm gonna do that. She's going to go ahead and run forward, dart past this guy, and then we'll move out of his range, giving him an attack of opportunity if he wants to do that.
He do.
I think.
And as he misses, he doesn't even enter your range. His attack goes wide.
Excellent. She is then going to step forward, pull out her her daggers, and will go ahead and try to stab this guy who's holding Soul with her on-hand dagger. Oops. Oh. Come on! For a 10 to hit.
A 10 is not going to hit.
Sweet. Well, offhand dagger. Gonna go ahead and attack again. 25 to
Oh,
hit.
shit.
That will hit.
Excellent. So that will do 8 point. Oh, nice. There we go. 8 points of standard damage, and then
And
I
when
hate
add
this
your
part.
dex.
what's that?
If it's offhand, when add your dex.
Oh, yes, that is correct. So it's actually 4. So 20 points of piercing damage.
Okay. You take a strike, kind of jabbing in at the fingers and the gauntlet. You notice that the gauntlet is seems to be welded with some kind of spiked carapace of some kind. The gauntlets are sickeningly dangerous. And furthermore, Solidago and Giovanna, through your close proximity, as they take damage, the chain between them kind of grows warm. And you see the Tomb Guardian on the other side let out a sort of weak grunt.
Giovanna will call out and say, Koshak, I think you might be right, and then take the last 5 of her movement to step back and give this guy an attack of opportunity.
Okay. He is not going to take it. His hands full of Solidago.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they are.
I mean, he could have swung a Solidago at me. That would have been fine too.
It's not like that
That'd be
hasn't
funny.
happened before. Just saying.
Use Solidago can be used as an improvised weapon in case of emergencies.
Is that your turn?
Yes, that will conclude my turn.
All right,
Please.
Solidago, you are currently ungrappled, but you, for flavor, are being held in a chokehold.
Okay. So not grappled, but for flavor, I am. Okay.
Yes.
So seeing what the thing that happened, Soul is going to take out his Makahito and mace, and smack this guy a couple times.
All right. With Wombo in your hand, you receive this overwhelming barrage of kill him, oh yeah, kill him. Oh, I love this.
God, you're quite loud. So attack, normal. A 20 and a 20, and then a 20 to hit.
All of those will hit.
So wait. Okay, so normal. 7, 7, 11, and 4. So 7, 11, 11, 22 points of damage to this dude.
All right.
And
Once again, as the attacks land, the chain vibrates with heat.
so we'll move out of the way of the chain. And we'll step between the Tomb Guardians and Duraneth.
All right, is that your turn?
That will be it.
All right. It is that Tomb Guardian's turn, and shuffling forward with the chain still tight around his feet, he will walk and take a swing at Solidago. Okay. What's your AC? Like
AC.
10, right?
It is 3, 1, 14. It is 15.
Okay, that's going to hit. That is also going to hit. Alright, the Tomb Guardian is going to approach and bringing up its fists, and this time you see the carapaced spiked gauntlets with rust dotting over the surface, and it's just going to turn and bring it down on you. Let me just 40 points of damage.
Points. Yeah, okay. Ow. We're good. That hurt a lot.
Alright, and it is going to end its turn, and the next Tomb Guardian is going to go up. And it is going to shuffle forward and meet its brother in the middle of the hallway. And it is going to turn, kind of shuffling awkwardly like someone learning how to dance, the chain only wrapping tighter around its legs, and is going to bear down on you, Solidago.
Yeah, I think I should rage next round.
You knew these hit
Please
hard
make it to
too. I'm
next
surprised
round.
you didn't rage.
That's one of the reasons why
I
kept
forgot
saying,
how
like,
hard they
it's so
hit.
hard.
Like, I remember they hit hard, I just didn't remember how hard.
This is also one of the reasons why I was trying to proc a attack of opportunity, just so everyone could see again how hard they hit.
Appreciate that.
But
He
then,
tried.
Duraneth was too fast, too furious.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright. This Guardian is going to bring up its fists, and this time the gauntlets spark with electricity, lighting up a blue kind of aura that sparks around the area, and it is going to hit you. 40 points of damage, Solidago. 14 of that is lightning, if that
It does
does
not mean a
anything for
thing.
you.
Cool, cool.
How
there
close
goes
are
my
you?
short rest.
Yeah.
Ow.
Right, and then it is going to. Give me 1 second. Jet. Looking at its back,
Mm-hmm.
you see that the Tomb Guardian that had Solidago in its grasp has arcane writing tattooed all across its back.
Ooh, I was actually gonna question that next.
Alright, Koshak.
Hello, that's me. So... Ooh.
You gotta hurry up.
I know what I want to do. I'm gonna ask. Is the chain like in front or behind them now? Is it somewhere that Kojak can reach?
Kojak could definitely reach it.
Cool. He's gonna run up and cast Heat Metal.
Okay.
Hello.
Clap, golf, clap, golf, clap.
Reflect this.
Okay. I'm going to corrupt. Those are the ones I need. Right, DC 14 saving throw. Constitution, con save.
Dexterity, right? Okay.
Con.
Yo, wait. And if they both, if the one takes the damage of the other, and you're gonna damage both of them, it's just gonna pinball back and forth until they die, right?
That's not how it works.
That's
right?
how Mafia works. That's how Mafia works.
me messaging Crawford like, guys, what do I do?
Yeah, Chris Perkins, if you're in the chat.
That'd be
That'd be funny, yeah.
hilarious. I fucking shit my pants if he just like typed in, "Yay, what's up?"
Okay, so it doesn't need to do a con save, that's just if it's holding anything, and it is not. So, okay, go ahead and roll me the fire damage. Oh, you upcast it, you big mad.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm big man.
Roll another 38, there's 2 people in contact with it.
Oh, that's right.
That was my joke.
The pinballing, it's happening. So 30 points total.
Okay. And with the object already coiling a hot iron red, you see it again pulse, and they both let out a terrible grating sound. And the Tomb Guardian bearing down on Solidago almost sounds like a person.
Oh, hate that.
Hate that
no,
a
that's
lot.
a moral conundrum.
Nah,
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I ain't worried about it.
Weird
We've
dog.
killed before, we'll kill again.
Jesus.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's his turn.
All right. Jet.
Those runes on the back of it. Can he distinguish the type of magic? Is it like old magic, or does it look a little bit more modern day that Jet has studied?
Taking a glance at it, the rune writing is unfamiliar, but you can, just from a sort of glance, ascertain that it's a spell that... Give me 1 second. That it's a spell that only sorcerers and wizards could learn.
Okay. Jet's casting Dispel Magic on the one that's holding onto Soul.
Okay.
If it's higher than a level 3, I have to roll.
Okay, cool. Yeah, as you reach out and you focus down on it, the runes on the back don't pulse, but the electricity sparking between the gauntlets briefly dulls.
It didn't do anything?
No, it did do something. It just didn't do anything to the rune writing on the back.
Fuck. Alright. I don't think I even have any bonus action spells. Nothing worth using. Yeah, Jet's turn.
Alright. Dragonbait, you're 411 Serial Killing Machine. You've made your way through a great many planes and have killed a lot of people. You're very happy today. You're having the greatest day of your life, in fact. It's time to go do violence.
Dragonbait will see everybody charging in. So in pure excitement, because he's back in the battle, will run to this corner, quickly assess as he makes his way down the hallway, and jump over to this one over here and do two-handed Holy Avenger attacks.
Awesome, Dragonbait.
Holy Avenger, you say?
A 22.
A 22 is going to hit.
And
A
a-
13, however, is not.
17 points of damage.
Jesus fuck.
I like how you
Awesome.
switch to your game announcer voice when it comes to Dragonbait.
He's special. He deserves
He
it.
deserves it.
That's just what his head is like.
It's just all a show.
I love this man.
So he rolled a 6 plus 5 because the 2d10 does not apply.
No,
Okay.
so 11.
But doesn't? Ooh.
It's not a fiend or an undead.
Oh, it must be a construct, like a flesh.
Oh, shit, yeah. Interesting.
Okay. All right. Awesome, Dragonbait. You really showed it to them.
And that's his turn.
All right. Thank you, Dragonbait. Everybody loves you. Giovanna, what are you doing?
Okay. First thing she's going to do is utilize 10 feet of her movement to step back and head check this hallway.
All right. Head checking down that hallway. You are able to see
For timing.
you kind of just taking a brief glance down it, you see that there's a stone sarcophagus. And you are in contact with Papazotl, right?
Yeah. Wrapped around my hand.
He will say, Cubazon, how delightful. Very excited.
She'll announce, Kubazan's tomb is down this way. Not that anyone in particular is listening. And then we'll go ahead and pull out her bow, and we'll target the Tomb Guardian that Dragonbait is hitting currently.
Sounds good.
Okay. $22 to hit.
All right, a 22 will hit.
Okay. 10.
Damn.
27 points of piercing
Holy
damage.
shit, nice.
Get it.
27 points of piercing.
Fish is annoyed, guys.
Can't tell why.
Did 80 points of damage to me in a round, but Duvanta's 27, no.
Well, yeah, because I'm doing the 80 points of damage.
Yeah.
I'm causing panic and terror. You're not supposed to.
Right. Alright, the bolt lands solid, splintering against the back of the creature. And again, you see the chain pulse as the damage fluctuates between them. Is that your turn?
Yes, that will conclude my turn. I will be right back.
Awesome. So the doggo. Yeah, buddy. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Soul is going to take its action to disengage. And go 5, 10, 15 to there. And will use his action, his bonus action, to rage.
Awesome.
Only got one more rage left, guys.
You didn't get it back on the nap?
No, they're long rest.
I thought they changed the short rest after a while.
I've had a couple levels in fighter as well.
I know Cobalt gets them, but yeah, alright.
Is that your turn?
That was action, bonus action, movement. I feel bad about leaving Koashak up there. Okay, Soul's going to action surge.
I was gonna say,
he is going-
If it really quick, Echo, if it makes you feel bad, Kojak could use bonus action to continuously damage them, so.
Soul's going to take out his light crossbow and shoot them once. The one that do bonus shot. For 17 to hit.
17 will not hit. It splinters against the armor pauldrons.
I haven't used this in a while. And he will reload. And that'll be his turn.
Right. The Tomb Guardian, being threatened by dragon bait, is going to let out a sort of short growl. And there's a pause, and you hear Wither's voice come in and say, no. Target Koashak, but leave dragon bait alone. And the intercom will fizz out, and the Guardian will bear down on Koashak.
Dragon Bait feels offended. Just want to put that out there.
That was rude.
It's the smell of asphalt.
Okay.
This is dragon bait. He smells like lemons.
Because he smells like
Koashak,
asshole.
take 40 points of damage as the
Holy
Tomb Guardian strikes you true both times. The,
Oh my
Wait,
god.
to hit?
Hmm?
What were they to hit?
20?
20? Oh, jeez, yeah.
Oh, jeez. I don't think anybody has above 18 AC here. Yeah, take 40 points. 14 of that is piercing damage, if that changes anything.
Let me investigate. Don't think you want to have resistance to anything but damage.
Yeah. Alright, this Tomb Guardian is going to go up next, and... it is going to ignore Wither's command and focus down on Dragonbait. Very mad.
Dragonbait smells like lemons now.
He's happy to get attacked. See, he wants to feel important.
He doesn't like
He
being...
does like to feel important.
Exactly.
He likes to feel tall
What is
sometimes.
Dragonbait's AC?
17.
Okay. Alright, and as that guardian sort of rears its hands back, the first blow strikes and rakes down Dragonbait's shirt, opening it in a very appealing manner. And the second attack will go wide. He will be missed both times.
Okay, I'm done.
Koashak.
Hello.
Hello there.
Bonus. Hello there.
Sorry.
I'm just thinking
I
of
love my
the
husband. I
gentle.
love my husband. I love my husband.
No, I'm thinking of the gentle, surprised General Kenobi from the fucking Sunday game.
Oh my god!
Roll
Tell
the
y'all later.
roll the fire.
Roll the fire.
Roll the
Let's roll.
fire.
So there's one. 15. I have to scroll up again. And 2. Grand total 25 damage.
They appear to be on their last legs.
Alright, Kojak is going to then cast Lele on Moa. Sorry, Moa.
You'll hear her voice say very gently, honesty is brutal. Let's also do violence.
Oh, she's hard. I'm glad.
I love her.
And
She shall die last.
You'll die last. Oh my god.
16 does not hit.
16 does not hit.
It goes wide.
But you kind of bring it down and it just stops on the Tomb Guardian's chest.
I know it's not true, but I like to imagine Moa tries to do a violence, but she like makes contact with the Tomb Guardian and she's like, I can't do it.
Yeah, I just want to say you tried to hit with Moa's staff, it has not done anything. So yeah, it's Mo's fault.
Alright, that's
We
my
have to
turn.
hype her up next time.
Alright.
We have to be
Jet.
Moa's hype man.
Alright, that's gonna hold that off to something important. He's going to cast Sacred Flame on... Do they both look really weak, or does one of them look weak?
They both look very weak.
Alright, he's gonna do Sacred Flame on the... right one. Has to beat a DC 16. Dex
And
save.
it fails.
Alright. Damage. 16 points of radiant damage.
Oh, the cantrip, come on.
Alright. They are... You could breathe on them. It would hurt them.
Yeah, no, Jet's not wasting a spell slot. I would love to do a bonus action, just throw a dagger, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna let Dragon Bait take this.
Alright.
Dragon Bait.
Hi, Dragon Bait.
Fe-
Your shirt's open and everybody loves you.
Feeling as tough as I do now because it looks like my companions can't handle this. Gonna flex a little bit, and I'm gonna one-hand this bitch twice. Fish can't handle me.
In the background of Dragon Bait's head, he just sees it's like pyro vision. He sees all his compatriots going, "Go, Dragon Bait, we love you."
18 and a 17. Please tell me one of those hit.
The 18 will hit.
Okay, sweet.
I just want you to know that in the back
God damn it. It's 20 points of damage. So 11 points of damage.
Again. Wow. I want to be clear, in the back of, like, Dragon Bait's, narration, there's, like, the sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la. Alright. So...
Yeah, so out of all that, that was just 6 points. That was just 11 points.
All right, take them home, Javaneth.
God fucking damn it.
They look weak.
They look like, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 4.
Oh my god.
um, all right. Well, so she's going to go ahead and drop her bow and scoop up Roka's dagger from off the floor. She will sprint forward, and the one that's threatening down on Koshak, she'll just sort of switch the knife in her hand, jump, and sort of bring the knife down on it. Oops.
Awesome. I really hope this hits.
It's gonna be. Oh shit. Okay, good.
23.
Yay!
And you have
There's no
sneak.
way she doesn't kill
Yeah,
it.
there's like no way. There it is. Holy fuck.
Clear 8 plus 15, 23 divided by 2. All right, as you jump up and you bring the dagger down, it finds a sort of kinch in the pauldron or corset or whatever, kind of circling around. And again, the chain pulses, and the other Tomb Guardian gives out this very quiet shriek as they hit the ground and die.
Yay.
And we are out of combat.
Whoop whoop.
So would like to collect that one crossbow bolt he fires.
It is splintered against the armor, unfortunately.
Oh well. Oh well. Sort of worth a
What
shot.
about the arrow I fired? Probably.
Also splintered.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I've started narrating whether or not they're recoverable or not.
Cool. Well, you said there was a tomb up there?
Yeah. Kubazan, I think Papazawa said. We should take a look at this door before we go down there and open up another can of worms, though.
Yeah, you got it. So it's like
Right.
holding his face where he got punched earlier.
Koshak, circling around to where my cursor is, you notice another deviation in the construction of the wall, signaling a secret door of some kind.
Okay. I love you very much, Fish, but Foundry is super laggy on my screen, so you're gonna have to tell me in a different way. Is it
There's
is it the spot where the S
secret
is?
door.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the spot
Okay,
where
cool.
the S is.
Koja will walk over to Jet, looking a little bit more worse for wear than he did previously. He opens his mouth to say something before he like straightens up and looks over, and he steps over here.
All right.
Is everything okay?
There's something here.
Oh. How did I not see that?
It's something I do.
Wonder where this leads.
Is it an actual door? Could he like push it aside?
You can open it.
He opens the door.
Oh god.
All right. What you see is a golden skull resting on a pedestal in the middle of a small, dusty room.
Well, this isn't ominous at all.
Anyone feel like touching it?
No.
I
Jet's
have to say, it's not.
Jet's gonna go into his pocket and grab his token. It's a token he got, right? Yeah.
Do you
From
what-
Nagnog?
Who's the one I have in my pocket again?
Nog Nog.
Nog Nog. Yeah. So he's gonna grab onto it and go, "Is that a god?"
No, none of our gods are humans. Also, someone, not me, picked Mistra over me, so I think you have to give me over to one of your friends. Can you give me to Divaneth? Can you give me to Divaneth? I think you should pass me over to Divaneth. Can you do
I
that?
can certainly try, but I don't know if she'll be okay with it.
That's fine. I can totally handle rejection. I love rejection.
You're lying.
I can't lie.
That's a lie as well. Anyways, Divaneth,
Yes, Jet.
Nog Nog said she had something important to tell you.
Oh, I bet. She'll put her hand up.
Jet drops it and goes, "Yes, I also can't take them anymore."
Hi, oh my gosh! I've heard so much about you, like, every day. for the
Jet
past
steps away.
12 months.
Ouch.
Can you do me a huge favor? Can you go to Koashok? I asked Jet to do this, and Jet like didn't even try to do it. So can you? I need you to go over to Koashok. I need you to go to Koashok, and I need you to say to him, you can deliver this however you like. I don't care. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I need you to talk to him and tell him that his son picked me as his patron. That is so exciting. That is so exciting. Can you? You weren't talking.
Okay. What do we think this thing is?
Oh, yeah, you missed it, Fish, but I guess she got him, she put it in her pouch.
Oh,
It was still worth listening to all of that because honestly, she
It
would
was
probably
very
not
good.
notice. She would
just
probably not notice
the idea
Divaneth let
it's still
go.
going is very funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Really, it's just peak.
It's very funny.
Nong Nong said this is not one of the nine gods, so I don't trust it at all. Not one bit.
This does kind of feel like a trap, doesn't it?
Very
does it
much.
Does it look like the jeweled skulls that were in Xanthi's home in Port Nine Zaru?
They do.
Well, it kind of reminds me of those jeweled skulls from Xanthi's home, and this did used to be the ruined palace. I'm not sure.
True.
What do you think? It's just
Well-
a decoration?
Well, if it's so, then I don't think it'd be fair to disturb it. It's better to leave it resting where it is.
It's probably true, and I certainly don't want to touch it. I just thought I'd bring it up.
No, makes sense. Do we want to look at the tomb behind us?
I want to take a look at this door first and see if it can maybe lend any clues on to what's behind it. And
I agree with Duvanis. The
Um,
door first, the tomb second.
yeah, because we can just see the tomb, but I think we're gonna have to be cautious approaching that room because I think it's maybe trapped.
There's always a puzzle there, right?
Yeah,
Well, we
and
still-
it's reflection based, so maybe it's like one of those illusionist tricks.
Possibly.
They make it look like. Anyways, she'll turn and look at the door.
Yeah, Lord Pepper's ghost.
Alright.
Yeah.
What you see is a double door. The outside carved with leering and laughing skulls.
Okay. Well, the door kind of fits the motif of the skull. Is there any way to open it? Does it seem, or is it?
Yeah, it's
Does it
just a push open.
All right. Do you guys want to deal with Kubazan's tomb first, and then deal with this door, whatever that skull might be?
Personally, I vote Kubazan first, but
I would say Kubazan.
I'm down.
I agree.
so we'll take a second and take his second wind. It's probably a good idea.
Okay. We are going to take a short break here.
All right. We will.
Man,
We're
He-
doing
pretty
pretty
good with
points.
time. A break exactly halfway through. This never happens.
We'll
Yeah,
be
I know,
right
right?
back, guys.
when last we left off, the party was deciding between exploring Cubazon's tomb or going through a awfully carved double door.
Oh yeah, we decided Kubazan's tomb. We just who's taking the lead?
I can also only see 20 feet in front of him.
All right. Does that mean me?
The rift of
I'll
people
go
with dark
behind you,
vision.
Duvan, if it makes you feel better.
Sounds good.
Rift of people with dark
All
vision,
right.
but I'm different.
Divanith and Kawashak, as the two of you step into the hallway, you're able to see frescoes lining both walls. And what it is that the fresco is mirrored on the same wall. So if you see left or right, you'd be seeing the same thing. And there's 4 frescoes. I'm about to describe them. What you see on the first one as you walk in is a frog like behemoth using its tentacles to help a variety of figures, what must be the Omuan people, take down a statue. And in the forefront, old woman wearing a frog mask tosses 5 coins from her hand as if she's sowing seeds. You take another step, and what you see is, again, another frog like behemoth wrapping its tentacles around a giant crocodile, keeping it still as Omuan figures stab it with spears and take it down with knives. And in the forefront, there's an old man wearing a frog, holding a bug up to his mouth. In the third fresco, you see a frog-like behemoth with 4 hunters riding on its back, finding a small boy in the jungle, the frog-like behemoth picking up the boy with his tentacles and almost reassuring him. And in the forefront, you see a young woman wearing a frog mask, holding a knife in one hand and a headless chicken in the other. And finally, for the last one, you see is a frog-like behemoth in a shallow pool, being massaged and covered with oils, as Omuan seem to be offering it urns of what must be alcohol and treasure. And the fresco is cracked in a very deliberate way, revealing a human figure grasping a lit candle.
So, I just want to clarify. Those frescoes are in the hallway that we just walked down, or on the walls in the chamber.
In the hallway.
Okay.
And Duvanith, as you approach the end of the hallway, you see a 4-columned portico jutting out from the far wall, beneath which is a stone sarcophagus resting in the wall recess. There are 4 ceramic frog masks hanging in the niches behind and around the sarcophagus. And beneath the masks, you see humanoid bones strewn about. And you'll see various carvings of a tentacled frog monster just kind of around the room. And there are offerings on a shelf right about here, covered in dust.
Duvanith will turn around and look at Cole and sort of make a shrug. What's the trick here?
So on the pieces of fresco that were peeled away, there was a picture of a human clutching a candle, right?
Yes.
Mm. Underneath the mask, the bones there are. Mm. Do the bones appear to be there if they're lined up underneath the niches?
Deliberately,
Deliberately, yeah.
they are not there deliberately. They are not offerings.
Okay, but it was kind of like people were wearing them and then they died and they got put into the niches kind of deal?
No. Like people died and then their bodies decomposed.
Okay. Just along. It just so happened to be along the wall.
Kind of like pushed there, like swept, but nobody wanted to actually like pick them up.
It's the vault of reflection, right?
um,
So I wonder if the intent is for those approaching to replicate the what one of the frog mask wearing people in the she'll point behind her the hallway are doing while wearing the masks in the frescoes.
well, if that's the case, then he points to said bodies that have been gently swept up against the wall in a frog mask. And also, why would the peeling paint here be symbolizing someone clutching a candle? Is it fairly dark in the room as well? Like the main chamber?
It's dark in the entire tunnel,
Fair
like
enough.
tomb as a whole.
Um. Jet,
Yes.
could you cast light on something? Anything that looks vaguely candle-like?
What about the? Is it? Do you see a stone next to you? I could throw one.
Oh, yes. he he would probably pick up one of the little pieces of peeling fresco and hand it over to Jet.
Jet will cast light on it and hand it back to Cole.
Cole yeets!
Oh,
Okay, give me an athletics check.
just hits
Oh, God.
Duvanis right in the back of the head.
Right?
Let's go one. Let's go one.
Don't put that curse on me.
I'd rather have a
Dumas
one.
dies.
Natural 20. All
Oh
right.
shit! Nat 20!
I called it.
All right. It goes arcing across the room, coming to a clatter just above the sarcophagus.
Remember the last time we got a nat 20, guys? It's
Mm.
kind of depressing.
Oh, God.
It's kind of scary. Because we all got nat 20s in a row that night.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
it was
true. That's
madness.
where they all went.
Alright, and nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
Hmm.
Moa, however, is going to speak to you, Kawashak, and say, Cupazon and I would say are close. Our values align very sharply. Cupazon values bravery above anything else. Someone needs to walk inside.
Moa says that Cubazon valued things like shit, bravery, above anything else.
The sewer system? Sorry.
Shut up.
No, that was
Behemoth.
Obavaka. Obavaka was the one who inspired the sewer system.
Noted.
No, Oberlaga inspired the sewer system, but somebody has to just go in. And then Koshak walks in.
As Duvanith is kind of like lurching, thinking about it, to be like, no, no. And then as Koshak goes to pass by, she's gonna sort of look at him and be like, I stab people in the back. That's like my whole deal, so I don't think it's me.
Anybody can be brave, Duvanith. It just is a matter of picking action over thought. And he continues to walk into the room.
All right, you walk into the room undisturbed. You notice several objects on the shrine right here. Just putting a template there so everyone can see it.
Or maybe it's action in spite of thought. Either way, figuring bravery and courage are basically interchangeable. He looks back at Duvanith and gives a shrug.
She'll shrug back.
He will make his way over to the offering table.
All right. You
Just
can
step back
see
and get out of the way.
a pile of dust-covered objects. It doesn't seem like Cupizon's tomb has been disturbed in quite a while.
Are the offerings that were seen on the frescoes among the array on the offering table?
Are you looking?
Yes.
All right. What you'll find is a stone statuette of a frog behemoth, the base of which is inscribed with what must be Omuin, and it's just like 6 inches. There's a copper bowl with rat bones inside. Cockroaches piled on top of each other that have been dead, and a green waxed candle with a wick that still appears to be lightable. And taking a glance around, kind of scraping into the corners, you'll find a handful of copper and gold coins inscribed with the portrait of a woman.
You know, all this time, I never thought a tinderbox from from a pack would come in handy. Kojak is going to look back at the group and say, there's a candle here. Do you think I should light it?
Think it would be helpful?
I don't see why not.
Duvanith?
Go for it.
He takes out his tinderbox and lights the candle.
All right. As you strike it against the tinder and you hold it to the candle, it flickers and kind of briefly illuminates the room. At least illuminating it enough to watch as the ground seems to swell with some kind of force, and wisps coalesce and rise out to form 3 ghost-like creatures.
That is not very poggers.
Fuck.
It is not poggers at all, as I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Take 2.
Do you think you should have put the frog mask on first?
Is this like is this like the Obalaka tomb where we're like, do we put the masks on and then? It's a mystery.
The most obvious answer, right?
Okay, there we go.
I rolled
I
a-
do like the fact that TOA is basically like, what is the most dumb shit adventurers do?
Mhm.
Alright, make it a trap.
Yeah. Soul got a 20.
Light a candle,
Oh, you're-
grab everything from the tomb.
Some sexy initiative rolls here tonight, lads.
Fuck.
Okay. All right. So the doggo, you're up. There are wraiths.
Yep. So Soul's going to look at Jet. Just look down at him. Can you sort of do that thing where you tell them to shoo?
Yes, the rest helped me with that.
Alright, cool. So we'll scoot by Divanis. And say, you got this. And will hold his action. Will use his action being very supportive to Jet.
I love it.
Just to clarify, you're talking about the channel divinities, right?
Yeah.
That's what I figured, but I was just like, okay.
All right, is that your turn?
He will think better of stepping so far back, and he will stay right here just in case he has to deflect any blows.
All right.
Sort of scoots by Divan and then scoots back.
Duvaneth.
She will go ahead and she will draw her bow and will hold her action to attack a wraith that remains after Jet attempts to banish them.
I think I'm going to need a more specific held action.
Okay. Well, with that then, she will go ahead and use her bonus action to aim, and then she will go, and then she will aim specifically at this wraith right here. I don't know if you want to mark
All right.
it, or whatever. And if it doesn't get, and if it doesn't turn to dust, she will shoot.
Good, thank you.
Okay. Yep.
All right. And that little wraith is going to rise up, and it is going to sort of bear down on Koshak, but not threateningly. It seems to be more investigating him, and then it is going to kind of drift away and head towards Jet. You can take an attack of opportunity if you would like. Koshak.
You're muted.
Is it bad that I'm considering whether or not to actually take an attack of opportunity?
No, I'm questioning it too.
Yeah, because.
I will say that Kojak will make eye contact with it if it's looking him over and kind of stand up a little straighter. And then as it leaves, he will watch it go.
All right. You let the wraith go, and it is going to turn on Jet instead. There's a sluggish movement to it. It doesn't seem to really enjoy its job. And it is going to miss as it sort of tries to reach out picking at the bits and pieces that make Jet. The resolve it has isn't enough to overcome, and it misses.
What the fuck? You bitch.
And this wraith is going to kind of lazily move. Koshak, your turn.
Hmm. I'm worried about and curious about what would happen if he blew the candle out.
Worst case, Jet's turn's next.
because they're not especially violent right now. And if I don't know if he blows the candle out, if they'll become violent, if they'll disappear.
True.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll something. Mark, even or odd?
Even.
Alright, he blows the candle out.
Alright. You blow the candle out, and your section of the room is dimmer.
But the wraiths don't go away?
They do not.
Alright, cool. And he is going to he's gonna see what happens if he like just passes through here and stops just before he gets between or actually steps like right up here, proccing an attack of opportunity from the one wraith.
They track you as they follow, and the wraith you're close by tries to lurch forward, but doesn't do anything.
What is the sarcophagus? What does the sarcophagus look like exactly?
It is a plain stone sarcophagus.
He's gonna push it open. Or lift it open. Whichever one gets it open.
Make me an athletics check.
Go Cole. Oh my god.
You put your fingers under the stone lid. Nothing happens.
The duality of Koishak. He looks
it appears to be extremely heavy.
He looks very frustrated.
Alright, is that your turn?
That's his turn.
Jet.
Jet's gonna look at this wraith a little concerned and confused right now. Does this thing really, like, literally look disheveled, like it doesn't want to be here kind of thing? She walked away. She's back.
It looks disheveled, it looks humiliated, and it looks like the last thing it wants to do is to hurt you.
Jet's going to look at it and go, we don't need to fight. You're not on mission. If you want, we can simply leave each other alone.
It can't understand you.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. Then Jet's going to act like he's tightening a string around his hand at the side. like the side of his body, and he's going to pull like it's Mr. String, and he goes, "Leave," and he's going to cast Turn Undead. And at my position, that goes for all three of them.
Okay. And what's the CR?
16.
No. Of the turn undead. Like, what
Uh,
does it destroy? What does it turn?
Oh, that's right.
It's like 2, right?
No, Destroy Undead, I'm at 2. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The wraith in front of you will let out a tired exhale. As all three of them are turned but not destroyed, Duboneth, your held action has been procced.
Okay, question. How much of everything that just happened is Duboneth able to see from where she's at?
How hard was Duboneth trying to look?
She wasn't, actually. She was kind of just being like... Well, once the wraiths appeared, I'm assuming someone got her attention. She was actually going to re-engage with not in the back. That's why she moved back. So probably not very closely. She's sort of just taking it.
I do not recall anybody actually grabbing Duboneth's attention, and Solidago's in front of her, and there hasn't been any immediacy to anybody. Like, nobody's yelled out, nobody's made an attack.
Then yeah, no, she probably has no idea what's going on. So I'm just not going to nix my action.
Okay. This wraith is going to trail behind Koashak and look over his shoulder.
Are you just as confused as I am?
A cold dread sweeps over your body in response. Solidago, it's your turn.
So Sol has definitely been keeping an eye on things because he was ready to intercede if someone got attacked. So he's just sort of like looking at this situation curiously now, and he will sort of reach into his pocket and get Obalaka's ring and say, wraiths at Kupazan's tomb. Do you know anything about that?
It's pleasant to hear from you, Solidago. I actually wanted to thank you for putting me... I will focus on that later. So chances are what we are looking at... Can you reach over, Jet, and hold me closer to the wraith, please?
Sol like reaches over his head
Oh, God.
and like rests his forearm on Jet's head.
Wonderful. These appear to be Cubazon's priests. Most likely persisting here in a futile attempt to continue serving.
Do you know what how Kupazan was worshipped?
Yes, he was... Well, the frescoes are a good idea of how it worked. We didn't mingle a lot. I was more fond of Papazotto than Cubazon. Mostly stupid acts. They would do things like vigilante work or trying to take down a T-Rex. There were yearly hunts for the King of Feathers.
Interesting.
Again, I only heard about the parts where people died.
Ah, I see. Soul looks over the frescoes and will say, maybe we should try doing some of these. These were Kubazan's priests at one point in time. And fuck. What was the first fresco again?
Someone take notes. I'm not going to repeat this.
I know that. Okay, so the first one was like easiest way. The
A-
easiest way I remember is like Kubazan emerging, and then an old lady was tossing money.
Later.
Yeah.
The second
the first
one. Oh, the second one
Uh,
was.
the-
Oh, sorry.
A frog-like behemoth uses its tentacles to help the Amun people knock down a mighty statue. In the forefront, an old woman wearing a frog mask tosses 5 coins from her hand as though sowing seeds.
Yeah.
Second one?
Yeah. Kubazan emerges. Old lady throws money.
A frog-like behemoth wraps its tentacles around a giant crocodile as Amun hunters stab the crocodile with their spears. In the forefront, an old man wearing a frog mask holds a bug up to his open mouth.
Like that one? 3?
A frog-like behemoth with 4 moon hunters riding on its back find a small boy in the jungle, and in the forefront, a young woman wearing a frog mask holds a knife in one hand and a headless chicken in the other.
And then a fourth?
A frog-like behemoth wallows in a shallow pool as Amuans offer food and treasure. And deliberate cracks in the fresco obscure the head of a human figure in the foreground, but you can see that it wears a mask and is grasping a candle.
Soul will. I think the candle came last. I think the first thing we have to do is toss coins. And Soul will reach into his pouch and take out some gold and will toss it onto the ground.
But it can't be just on the ground. It has to be over there. And Kojak motions emphatically to the to the offering table.
So, and we'll go. Can I pass by this wraith?
That's your call.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
They are not the 9. They're not the 9
10,
peasants. They are the 9 gods. You treat them with
15.
respect, Solidago.
I'm sorry. What about me makes you think that I know anything about moon culture? I'm trying, okay?
You know what a god is?
I do know what a god is. Like, both of my husband and my child are both clerics or working on it. And so, well, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20. Soul will use his action to dash, because we still have half movement. 5, 10, 15, 20 to there, and we'll... I think that's the 4. He will go to the one that has the gold in front of it, and he will toss gold at that.
Okay. As you kind of like toss the gold, it clinks with a very satisfying sound, and the wraiths all turn their focus to you, Solidago, and they look disgruntled.
He waves. And that was his movement, so I don't think there's really anything else he can do right now. per se, that worked. Next person has to eat a bug.
All right. Duvaneth. You're muted.
Okay, you can stop. You can stop. You can stop. That sounds like it's going really well. So, sorry, when you were handed to me, I was in the middle of something. Um, so, you want me to? How does that work? You want me to tell Cole that his son picked you as like a patron? How is that?
I'm so glad you asked. Well, so first of all, so I'm the patron of, consorts and certain, like courtiers. But, occasionally, most Omuans pick one of us to sort of guide them along, to guide their path. I'm Vanity. So, I'm for the Omuans that really like beauty, that really like being the best person in the room. The Princess Koshkomoshinari and I'm her patron, and her son has picked me. So, he'll be going along the path of maintaining his physical and mental beauty, and I will be making sure his standards never drop.
Right. So you said you heard a lot about me. So am I because I'm holding this object? Am I the only person that you can communicate with two ways?
Yes, I can still hear the
Shit.
prayers of my people. All of us get by.
Nothing. That will conclude my turn.
You go and tell this bitch that I can use a sword and I can use a knife in the water. All right? I don't know if she got the message.
Alright, the wraith in front of you, Jet,
Oh,
is sort of still a little bit dissipated from when Solidago passed through him. But he's going to linger out.
Oh.
And he's going to crowd around Solidago and sort of like people around a construction site give a very disgruntled and disapproving sound.
Uh-oh.
This one is also going to turn its focus on Solidago and join in the chorus of negativity.
Soul's that gif of oh fuck Christian Simpson, the very Christian guy with the strippers all around him.
Flanders.
Koashok.
You're muted.
He is going to go around like, oh, excuse me, sorry. He's going to go down to where all the masks are. Hold on, let me measure really quick so I don't overstay my welcome. So 25. I think he'd barely make it to the masks to put one on.
Yep, as I'm remembering that everyone has their movement and ability checks disadvantaged, but we'll enact that next round of combat.
Okay. He's gonna put on a mask.
Okay.
Look at Solidago and say, "I'm not eating a bug."
Well, I mean, I've had bugs before. They're not that bad.
Well, there's the pile of cockroaches here. Maybe we don't have to eat a bug, but we can just like kill one and put it there.
Yeah. Speaking of, do we have any animals to sacrifice?
I don't have any animals to sacrifice, but I can summon a bunch of little insects to kill.
That
Mo
work?
will interject and say, well, in our blood sacrifices, we just kind of grabbed whatever was closest. Have veins.
Well, that was going to be my second suggestion, Moa. If we don't find any
Okay.
animals, I have a palm and a knife. And blood,
Eat the bug, you stab
presumably.
yourself. Soul will wait his turn to go put on a mask.
It is not his turn yet.
No, it is not.
Kojak cuts his palm. Nothing comes out. He does not have blood.
We should probably do them in order, though. So if you want to toss some gold.
Didn't Soul toss some coins under the thing?
Yeah, but they didn't like it, because I don't think I was wearing a mask.
Oh. Then Kojak, wearing a mask, will place. He won't toss. He's gonna place some coins on the thing.
All right. How much?
How much gold do you have, my little boy? He's gonna place probably about 2 gold.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That's his turn.
All right. It appears that nothing happens. Jet.
You're muted, Mark.
You are.
Thank you. Jet will walk into the space and go. See them wearing the masks, and he'll look to see where the next mask is.
They are all along the wall portion where Koashok is.
Okay. Jet's gonna see that and go, "What's the next one?"
Eat a bug.
Oh, can I do one of the other ones?
The other ones are sacrifice an animal, the other one is offer some treasure, and then the last one is light a candle. So,
Jet, do you have blood?
Probably.
Do you want to do that one?
Sure. Am I using my action to go another 15, or how are we doing it on this one?
We'll be doing that next round, so you still have full movement.
20, 25, 30. Jed will don a mask. And then he will...
You're gonna want to do it into the bowl, with the rat bones.
Okay. Jet will turn around and he'll take out the fuck you dagger. And he will cut his hand and drip the blood into the bowl.
All right.
did you really not have Koshok?
Wait, what
You
did you
take-
say, Sam?
No, let Fish go.
All right. You take 1 slashing damage.
Oh no! Okay.
Bleeding.
Nothing happens. This wraith is going to drift over and watch.
God, excuse me.
All right, Solidago. We are now down to 15 movement, our halved movement.
Yeah, so Soul will go 5, 10, 15, grab a mask.
Okay.
20. And will he can't reach there. Is it his action to salt base some gold?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. So he will then take his dash. This one right here is the gold one, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Heck.
This is the offering place.
Okay. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20. he will wait patiently for someone to give him something. But in the meantime, he will turn to the race and sort of point at the mask and give a thumbs up, like questioningly.
The wraith does not respond. Its focus isn't on Solidago anymore. Is that your turn?
Yep. If someone wants to pass me a bug, I'll eat it.
So I just have to say, on behalf of everybody here, love the short hair. What a great moment. That's always my favorite moment in books. You know, when the heroine, blah blah blah, cuts her hair just before the final fight. Loved it. Loved it. Not to mention long hair, not where you're at. The short hair, very good.
Thanks. It was fire damaged.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's the worst. Fire newts. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It's been like what, like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that.
Until what? When you cut your hair, or
No, you know what? Never mind. That
no. I want to know.
They're actually having a constructive conversation, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, I know, right?
This wraith is going to start to kind of crowd around Jet, watching his hand with great interest. And this one is also going to kind of press a little bit closer. Koshak.
So I will ask before I cast Infestation. Are there any bugs visibly crawling around the room?
No. Let me check the rules of infestation, because, like,
I can just put it up on the screen if that helps, without... I don't have to cast it or do any damage. Because it's a cantrip.
Yeah, it's conjuration. I'm going to say those aren't, like...
Those aren't bugs.
Right. There
Want
are
me to eat
dead
the bug?
cockroaches on the offering shrine, though.
Yeah. What Obalaka says.
Koshak is going to look at those cockroaches and just, like, look intensely at them.
They do not move.
They are infected.
Well, technically I already lit the candle, so I did something, so somebody else gets to eat the bug. It's not going to be me.
I already said I would eat the bug.
Even if it's already dead?
I mean, how do you eat bugs normally?
Just bite
You
the heads
roast
off.
them, you toss them in salt and pepper, and they're fucking delicious.
Okay, you don't have to get all bougie with your cockroaches, you just bite the heads off.
Well, I'm sorry if I like the finer things in life sometimes. Get some ranch flavoring on them.
You just go get dinner.
Well, when you've been traveling in the jungle for a while, you make do with what you find.
Koshak, what are you doing?
He is going to move back up to the sarcophagus.
Okay.
The
You
goose.
have 15 feet of movement.
Gently, like, moving. He's like, oh, pardon me. Sorry, I'm very rude. I know, I'm so sorry. And that's 15 feet. 15 feet. Fuck it. And he stays there.
He gets pizza now.
Alright.
Lovely.
Jet, it's your turn.
Okay, so we did the gold, we did the candle, we did the blood, Soul's about to eat a bug, and then all we have left is the candle, right? Or is the candle
right.
already lit?
The candle was blown out.
Oh. Seeing that it's blown out, and the fact that I don't think a firebolt is gentle enough. Wait, wait, hold on. Do I have a spell for this?
Homie, you have a tinderbox, right?
Homie, no. Damn it, I can change the color of a flame, but I
Wait, no,
can't
you don't.
start a flame.
Just scholars back things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I know, right? Soul's right there. Soul like hand.
Well, no, I was looking at my little spells, and then Jet was gonna be like, "Anybody have a light? I can do the candle."
Yeah, sure. Soul.
Jet will
Rummage through his pack when it's his turn.
Jet will hold his action to grab that when it's Soul's turn, and then light the candle after Soul eats the bug.
Uh, so you're holding your action to light the candle when you've been given a match?
Yes.
Alright. This wraith is going to move politely out of the way. And it seems to be sizing Solidago up now.
Bruh.
Not in a aggressive way, but like he is like measuring their height, kind of taking in Solidago's build. Solidago's being
Flexes.
appraised.
I could beat
Soul
this bitch's
flexes.
ass.
It's
Alright.
not very
So
smart. Okay, so Soul will go 5, 10 to there. Use his object interaction to rummage through his bag and find his tinderbox and hands it to Jet.
Jet will take it.
And then for his action, he will eat a bug.
alright. What bug? How do you eat it? Don't tell me that, just tell me what bug you're eating.
The one of the dead cockroaches, and he does like that Oprah Winfrey gif of like that.
Ew. Alright. You eat the cockroach, and Jet, do you use your held action to light the candle?
Yes.
Alright. As you light the candle, the wraiths, one by one, are snuffed out. And you're left standing in a room, all wearing frog masks.
Totally not a cult. Totally
Well, I
not a
mean,
cult.
it is a religion. Oh, shock.
With the end of combat, but yeah, I just think it's totally crazy. You know, Portmanzar is so alive. I have been dying. Nobody does anything in Kirstabal. Like nobody. There's no like misbegotten pregnancies or like affairs. The whole Terrafolk thing is like the craziest thing that's happened. Did you hear about Nafir and Azek? Terrafolk and Aarakocra being together? Ooh, am I right?
Yes, I heard about it. I heard about it.
Yeah, you great conversationalist.
There's not much. You do a very good job of filling the air. There's not really much to jump.
Aw,
That,
thanks.
you're very welcome. And she'll glance into the chamber. Oh yeah, they're fine.
It's so good to talk to someone kind of on my level. You're fun though. You're fun. You're fun. What are the others doing?
Kojak is going to once again approach the sarcophagus and try to push it open.
So we'll go and help him this time.
You Pushak, as you approach, you kind of hit 5 feet in front of it, and the lid gives off this satisfying hiss, and it pops open. And what you see is the cramped and sort of collected bones of a froghemoth of some kind. And cushioned in its body are a set of two bracers and a very brittle and dried out quiver with bows in it, arrows in
Uh,
it.
I was about
Yeah.
to say.
Duvanith,
Yeah, why are you all wearing frog masks? And she'll walk.
They're so ugly, am I right? My god.
Yeah, pouch.
Duvanith, he
Wait,
seems more
what are
like your alley. There's braziers and a bow in here.
arrows?
And arrows.
But not a
She
bow. Sans bow.
she
Or
will
no
look
bow.
down.
No bow, it's just arrows. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, I do need arrows.
As you look down, the arrows. No,
No, they're not
they're
serviceable.
very bad. They would work in a pinch, but a one piercing damage pinch.
Sneak attack.
I was about to say I can put sneak attack on that, so that's not a big deal. Uh, she'll go ahead and grab the quiver and the arrows and sort of go ahead and
Right.
start.
As you take the quiver, it just kind of explodes into dust, leaving you with the arrows.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay.
I guess that's not where Kubazan is.
Nope, I'm guessing it's those. She'll point at the bracers.
You were sort of the one that took charge of this room, Koshak. Do you want him?
Well, sure. I just figured that I figured the bracers were related in some way. But how many do you have, Duvanith?
2.
Jet, you don't have any, right?
Nope, and I don't think I'll be allowed to get any.
Oh, that's right. In the middle of the winds, you asked for Mistra.
Yeah.
Solidago, how many do you have?
I have Obalaka and Wongo.
I'll take them. Cole picks up the bracers.
As you reach out and make contact with the bracers, you hear a deep, deep voice give off a joyous sound. Hey, Koshak! It's been a while! What's up, my guy? Oh, man, it has been great. Stuffed inside of there. Nobody has talked to me in quite a while. It is awesome. And who was that? Moa, my girl. And you're flooded with this overwhelming sense of joy, like just a wave of bliss. And Moa gives out this Cubazon. It has been forever since I've seen you, and it's really hard to describe the emotions flooding your chest. But if two metaphysical forces could be making out, they would be right now.
Kojak is going to he's going to do a couple things. He's going to put the bracers, he's not going to wear them. He's going to put like a little bit of rope through them and then tie them to the staff and put the staff on his back.
And it's just so wonderful to hear from you again, Cubes.
Cole, are you okay?
Not going well.
It's going too well.
How do you mean?
Soul has a face journey.
They're very amicable.
You hear the bracers and the staff just going king, king, king. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I just thought of that.
No, don't apologize. That's very funny. Also, fuck. But yeah,
Well,
I'm
yep.
almost glad I have Wongo and Obolaka now.
So, where to next?
Open the creepy skull door.
Yeah.
Onwards.
All right.
Ba-dum-bum,
Dragon Bait is still flexing in the back.
In front of you are a set of double doors carved with skulls leering and laughing.
I will check the door for traps.
It does not appear to be trapped. It isn't even locked.
Okay, well, I don't like the fact that it's not locked, it's not trapped, so that means something dangerous might be on the other side.
Well, I mean, what's new?
Right, I'll open it slowly, or should I just toss it open?
Let's not toss it open. Last time you tossed
Not
it open, that
tossed.
was a bad problem.
Okay, she will take out her remaining pistol, will lean on the door, and sort of peek into the room as she opens it.
10 feet from the door, a thick tapestry curtain hangs from wall to wall. Its embroidery shows a scene of merriment, Sword Coast nobles feasting around a banquet table, a roasted boar on a platter, and servants pouring wine with a smile on their face.
She closes the door.
All right, you close the door.
Uh, that doesn't belong here.
What'd you see?
Doesn't belong here how?
It looks like a feast, but not one that would take place here in Omu or anywhere in Chult, I don't think.
A feast?
Yeah, like roast boar and, sort of. It just doesn't look right. Take a look.
Kawashak will lean in. Taking a little peek.
All right. Koshak, as you peek in, 10 feet from the doors, a thick tapestry curtain hangs from wall to wall. Its embroidery shows a scene of merriment. Yuan-ti feasting around a banquet table, a roasted boar on a platter, and servants with a smile on their face pouring wine.
The servants seem off, obviously, right?
No, they seem excited to be pouring wine.
Exactly.
They seem a little too excited. Kawashak closes the door. Yeah, I don't like that.
What the hell?
Well, yeah, so we'll look through with Jet.
I'm so confused. So wait, it looks like a dinner party, but we're concerned because it looks like a normal dinner party? Is that what it is?
It's
Are
not.
Jet and Solidago looking?
Yeah,
Jet's
not
asking the
normal.
Jet's asking the question for the two people who with dark vision that have
I've-
seen this.
I've
Soul
never
is looking.
seen. I've never seen servants with smiles on their faces when they are serving wine. That bothers me.
I mean, if you
So
if you go to the right winery, they get really into it. But
Well,
I don't think that 3 layers deep in whatever the hell this hellhole is exactly that.
no, but most servants that I've seen usually have to have a smile on their face when they're serving people.
Soul's looking through the door.
No, but these seem genuine.
10 feet
Please.
from the doors, a thick tapestry curtain hangs from wall to wall. Its embroidery shows a scene of merriment. Dragonborn nobles feasting around a banquet table, a roasted boar on a platter, and smiling servants pouring wine. Sam, you're not allowed to go through this trap. You already know what it is.
No, I know.
You can see it.
This is my favorite draft. Uh, well, it's kind of nice to see Dragonborn, but I mean,
It wasn't Dragonborn. It was human nobles in Neverwinter when I looked at it. Is this another thing where we all look at it and see a different thing?
Yes, because he was my family,
Should I check?
essentially.
definitely Dragonborn.
Jet will walk up and check to verify if it becomes something else.
You see Neverwinter nobles.
Oh, okay, thank God. Jet got really scared because fucking Cole said it was my family. I'm like, oh, fuck. um,
When
Okay.
Cole says it's his family, keep in mind his entire family, quote unquote, was Yuan-Ti civilization.
Jet does not understand Yuan-Ti civilization. He heard family, and he was going to firebolt. He was going to firebolt that entire room. If he saw like his mom, his dad, and his brothers, like swear to God, he was just going to start shooting firebolts. Jet will close the door after. Okay, so so it looks sketchy as shit. I agree.
Definitely.
Anyone have an idea of what this is? What if we wanted? Well, we need to find the keys, don't we?
Yeah. Well, did I see any like additional doors or other sort of areas that may have indicated that like we could just pass through this room? Like it was intended to be like an enticement sort of thing.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Were there any doors in the room?
There are not any doors in the room.
Okay. So this is probably just like that shadow version of me or something. There's some sort of illusion or puzzle or something guarding the key or keys behind the door. And if we all saw something different, what happens if we toss open the door and all see it at the same time? Does the
True.
scene change?
I mean, worth a shot.
We've all
I-
seen it now, so
I can push open the door without any of us near it, just in case.
sure, let's do it that way and make sure we all see it at the same time and see if it changes.
Okay. Jet will get. Well, yeah. Well, Jet's probably gonna have to get closer because he can barely see. So.
I
Cool.
just realized I never opened the door for you guys. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
You guys are being dope. Thank you.
And we love you. It, yeah, it's pretty easy to see. It's only like 10 feet from the door.
Oh, well, still. Alright, Jet's going to cast Thaumaturgy to open the door.
All right. The door opens, and what everybody sees is an amalgamation of various nobles and their life. Dragonborn sitting at a table right next, kind of shouldered by two Neverwinter nobles and a smattering of Yuan-Ti. The servants all appear to be the same, faceless but smiling.
Okay.
Interesting. Do we want to go in?
I mean, when we opened the door, did it look like they noticed us?
No. They are embroidered on tapestry.
Oh, they're on the tapestry. Okay, so it's not actually.
Okay, I thought it was like an actual, like they were having a feast in front of us.
Yeah, that well, I imagined that the tapestry had some level of opacity, and we were seeing it through the tapestry. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Either way, it seemed very real from the
yeah,
way you described
The
it, not as if
the
it was
level
just a
of
tapestry.
detail is
it's
pretty good.
Valley of the Uncanny. Um, so, do we think that maybe the keys are on the other side of the
Could be.
tapestry?
Well, we won't know until we push it aside, right?
Let me try something. And Jet's going to cast a mage hand and make the mage hand push on the tapestry.
Right, the tapestry wavers, but it's a heavy fabric. So while the tapestry gives a little, indicating that it can be moved, it can't be moved by the mage hand.
Okay, so it's heavy. Did anybody react to the mage hand pushing on it?
Nope.
And how low does the tapestry go to the ground? Like, is there a gap there at all?
There is not. It drags a little on the ground.
Alright. Shit. There goes my idea. Jet's going to step in and go to the left to give people room.
Okay.
Try to take a better look at this instead of through a doorway.
If it's magical, we can't just cut it, right?
Mostly no.
Well, what if we, like, if your mage hand didn't work, what if we have to push it aside physically?
That's my only concern, is if we do that, then something will happen with the tapestry. I don't know.
Well,
Is there
Jet, what kind of spells do you have?
or
on you?
what?
Anything in general? Do you have anything that could mend the tapestry if something were to happen to
No.
it? Hmm.
On the sides of the tapestry that's on the walls, there a gap there? Yeah. You're too far away from your mic. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Thanks. You were just cutting out because you were so far. Can Jet like lean against the wall and see if there's anything behind it? Is there a light source? Is there anything?
Behind the tapestry, about 5 feet away from the tapestry, is another tapestry.
Okay, so there's another tapestry behind this one.
What's on it?
I don't know. I have literally less than an inch of space. Sorry, it's 7 centimeters. That was a guess, by the way. We could try to move it. Do you want me to try to push it aside?
I mean, well, now that all of us are being reflected in the tapestry, should we all try to move it?
Fuck, this one's difficult.
Yeah, there's like nothing clue-wise.
Is there anything on the walls that we're around right now? Is there any markings?
There is not. The tapestry can be moved, though.
Is it on like a slider, like a shower curtain kind of thing? Or is it one of those things you just gotta lift and it drops back down?
Yeah, you just gotta lift it and
Okay.
walk under it and...
I was wondering what kind of movement it had. We could...
I love you guys so much. I love the attention to detail. I just like sorry. This is not like me making a joke. This is a sincere
That's all right. It's the fear.
Yeah, pretty much.
right.
I love this trap so much.
I guess we can try. Jet's going to walk forward and push the tapestry to the center to try to give everybody a full view of it to the best of his ability.
Yep. And Mark, can you adjust the map?
Oh, is it all fucked up? My bad.
I don't think they.
Yeah, I see. Here you go, Kate. Sorry, guys.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Jet is going from his side, grabbing the tapestry and basically trying to push it as far over to the center so people can see the next one.
Okay. As you do so, heaving the tapestry aside, it clumping together and pushing towards the center. What you see is another curtain. This time it's showing the same nobles and the same scene and the same banquet table, except it's devolved into debauchery. The servants are drinking the wine. Nobles are on the table having carnal encounters, and are there sprawled on the floor in vomit.
Oh.
Jet's gonna center himself after seeing that. He's gonna look in between, like, this area here. Is there anything on the ground or the walls of markings?
There's not.
Okay. Do we want to move to the next one together?
I mean, if this is what we got on this one, is if there's another tapestry behind this one, what is it gonna devolve to next?
I don't know.
Kojak is like covering his mouth and looking down. I don't know if I want to go to the next one.
Is it too late to say that like Soul covers Jet's eyes?
It is, but the sentiment is there.
Thank you.
Rests a hearty hand on Jet's shoulder.
I've done that. Just leave me alone. I've done that one before. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding.
The lying and vomit?
No, pointing to the cardinal thing that's happening on this table.
Didn't need to know that.
On the table too. That's impressive. I will say that.
Fish. I got fish. I love it.
Take an inspiration.
Oh shit! That's like the first inspiration forever. Oh my god.
I've never gotten a fish inspiration this entire
That was
game.
golden.
No, I was like, yeah, whoever goes there. Yeah, they get one.
I love this.
If you want, maybe. Cole, what if you stayed here and kept, since you don't want to keep going, what if you stayed here and kept this one pushed to the side so we could all see each other?
Okay, I suppose I can do that.
Okay, Jet will give Cole the tapestry and he'll step up to the next one.
Okay. Are you
Actually,
moving
I'll stay
aside?
back with Cole on this one. You guys got this.
Well, I was gonna say, if anything, you can grab the next one. I want at least one of us to each grab one.
True. That's a smart idea. So we'll move up and we'll go to grab the next one for the group.
Okay. Perfect.
You push the second curtain aside.
Yes.
What you see is another scene hung on a tapestry, and this time it's in horrifying, grotesque detail. Nobles eating at the servants are setting fire to the hall are just playing, taking each other's bodies apart. And the roasted boar is alive and laughing on the platter.
This is
This one's not as bad as the last one somehow.
well, to a degree.
We get it, Duvanith, you're Catholic.
I was just about to
Oh
say.
my god.
Catholicism. Cannibalism? Okay.
The entire jungle is filled with undead that eat bodies. Like, we've been around it for so long. It's just desensitizing. Anyways.
Yep. So we'll hold on to that one. Muty, you got an inspiration from Kate for that one.
Oh, thank you, Kate. For which thing? My Catholic joke?
Yes,
Yes.
to quote what Kate said, we get it, Duvanith, you're Catholic. This is an interesting one. I kind of get the symbolism of it, but still weird to see it in.
What's the point?
What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Fish?
Jet voice. It's like the upper class feeding the lower class. Jet has become communist. Sorry, keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay. Jet's gonna lean against the wall to look through the gap to see what's behind it.
You see a wall.
Duvanith, there's nothing behind this one. At least,
Well, there is. There's like some space.
I don't see a tapestry.
She'll like put the hammer back on her pistol and like get up to be able to sort of swing into whatever space it is when the tapestry gets pulled back.
My thoughts
Full
too.
sort of maneuvers and says, "Do you want me to grab this one too?"
Are you holding? Wait, are you still holding the other one?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
fabric.
Yeah. No. I was gonna say Jet wants to make sure everybody can see each other so nobody gets lost. If you can hold both, that'd be great.
Of course, no problem.
All right. Jet will. You ready, Duvanith?
So
Jet will pull the
Lift it.
tapestry for Soul. Yeah, for Soul to grab.
Point.
You see the rotting head of a giant boar nailed into the wall. Behind the final curtain, fresh blood and gore spatters across the ground, the floor, the wall. It's acrid, thick with the iron stench that you've become familiar to. And hung between its mouth, between two rotted out, cavity filled tusks, are two crystal keys.
You want to check it over real quick? I can use Mage Hand to grab them, but just in case.
I think that's probably wise. She'll inspect it from sort of an arm's length, holding her finger up to her nose, and we'll see if there's sort of like any mechanism or trap, or if she sees any arcane runes for Jet to inspect.
All right. Duvanith, as you approach, make me an investigation check. And you feel a strange swelling go through your body, a sort of tight feeling in your chest. And it's a familiar feeling, the kind you get when something is trying to charm you.
Okay. I got 14 on the investigation, and she says there's some sort of charm effect. We should step back.
I don't. Well, you felt it. I'm over here. You want me to use Mage Hand?
I think we should probably. Was there any mechanical or arcane looking traps with it, Fish? Aside from the charm
Not
effect.
besides the charm effect, getting a glance around it, any mechanisms or other things appear to be obscured by the general meatiness of the bower head.
Duvaneth will say, I mean, if there's anything that, if there's anything that's powering it or it makes it open and close or magic, I can't see it. It's obscured behind the wall, which means I can't disable it. But that charm sensation makes me think that whatever it is magical.
Okay.
She's just gonna step back.
I can try to Mage Hand the keys from a distance.
Probably the best course of action, but I mean, also there's nothing to say that it isn't warded against that kind of thing.
It's worth a shot. In worst case, you seem to be able to deal with charm better than any of us.
That's true.
Jet is going to stay like on his left corner, seeing that he's not being charmed right now, and is going to cast Mage Hand again to try to go and grab the keys.
Duvaneth is going
Alright.
to watch him in case he seems to sort of suddenly like jerk or react in a way that may suggest that he's been charmed, and if that happens, she's going to spear him. Just
You're gonna what?
spear him,
Tackle him.
like tackle him to the ground.
Got it. Aw. Alright. Jet, as you take the mage hand and you pass it through the bower's mouth, it dissipates.
Okay.
The mage hand.
Yeah. So it looks like it needs to be someone's hand, which is probably why you were feeling a charm. Problem is I don't know where the origin of the spell is, so I can't dispel it. Can Jet see any runes, actually? He hasn't looked after it was said. Can he see any runes on the wall around this mask or anything at all from this distance?
Not from that distance.
Fuck. Okay.
Should I mean? Should I just try to grab him?
Are you, can you handle the charm?
I mean, decent. I don't think I've ever been charmed. So that's good, right?
Possibly. It's warded against magic, so essentially it has to be a hand.
How big? Wait a minute, Fish. How big are these tusks?
It's a bower.
A
So-
boar.
Big.
And the boar is large, right? Based on
The photo.
the size of the
Yeah,
photo. It's-
I've never seen a bower, and it doesn't describe however big you think it is, and then make it like 3 times bigger.
So
Like,
Okay,
the
so
tusk
fun
is
fact.
probably this big.
Boars are usually about 5 feet tall. Having lived in both Germany and
Right.
South Dakota, you are well acquainted with the fact that
Boar's
50
big.
feral hogs can attack
So
you.
so
30,
possibly
50 wild hogs.
so possibly a 6-inch tusk, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going by its measurement on the floor, right? Because like,
Yeah.
those are 5 feet, so it's close to 10 feet wide, so it's got to be huge. And
Yeah.
how are they? Are they just on like the tips of the tusks?
The keys.
What are
The keys.
The keys. Are they on
the
tips,
keys
or
are
all the way to the base?
hanging from the roof of the mouth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they were on the tips of the tusks. Okay, that changes my metric.
Worst case, if you want to try, I can dispel the charm on you.
I mean, that could work. Hanging from the roof.
Or if you want, since you have a little bit more control over charms, you can see if you can see where the spell's runes are. Maybe?
I didn't see anything when I looked. Yeah. All right.
Jesus. Okay, Suplex says the boar's tusk should be about 1.5 feet.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, because the keys aren't on the tusk, it doesn't matter. Because like
Yeah.
I thought they were on the tips of the tusk, and I was just gonna tie a loop in a piece of rope, lasso over it, tie it tight, and then pull it up, pop the key off. Creative thinking, but obviously that's not gonna work here. Okay, and it would be like going into an opening, right? I guess what I'm saying is
Yes.
it's not like jutting out from the wall. It's recessed into the wall. Is that my understanding?
Yes.
Okay. So I can't like shoot it with an arrow from the side. The keys.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. All right. All right, Jet.
I feel like this is gonna hurt.
I also
You got this, Ivanov.
I also feel like this is gonna hurt. And she's just gonna look at it and assess the best like angle of entry on it. And she's going to take 2 steps back.
Oh no.
And is going to get a sprinting start and run in, jump, sort of grab the keys, and immediately like turn and burn and launch herself out.
All right.
Fuck.
As you launch yourself forward and your hand reaches through the hand, it feels like it's still breathing. And as your fingers clutch around the key, the jaw is sort of trying to find a good way to describe this. The hand just clamps close around your hand, the tusks digging into the meat of your forearm.
Fuck.
And
Damn it.
jeez, sorry.
This.
My God.
I can't.
You take 34 bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
you are grappled by the head.
Okay.
Am I allowed to interact?
You are holding up tapestry.
I am, true.
She screams.
Shit.
You are in. That's an appropriate sound to make. The head has jammed close on Duvanis' arm, and it seems hell-bent on taking it from her.
Once Duvanith recovers from the shock and the pain, she's instantly going to pull out whichever dagger is closer to her and start stabbing the shit out of the head. Because you said it was meaty, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
very meaty.
Yeah, she's going to town on it.
Roll me an attack roll.
Can Jet do something?
He can do something right after this.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be right back.
14.
All right. All right, that hits.
Okay. Damage.
Soul is right there. Does she get sneak attack?
All right, you take the dagger, wow, and just stab at it wildly, goring out its cheeks and everything else. You seem to have done a fair amount of damage. Um, let's yeah, we'll stay loose. We'll just go Duvanith, Jet, then Soldado or Korshock if they want to do something. But I'm comfortable keeping it between those two. Okay, Jet.
Jet's going to run over next to Duvanith and with the opening of its mouth start looking for runes to see if there's anything that he can find to try to dispel.
The mouth is closed.
Fuck. Is there a gap, given that the fact that her hand is in there at all?
There's not one he can take a look through, and I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw as a very strange, compelling feeling comes.
25.
All right. With the 25, you're able to stave off the feeling. You very desperately want to stick your head in between the tusks, but you're able to recognize that that is not the appropriate course of action to take.
Jet's going to frantically look up and down this thing. Eh, I don't know what should I try attacking it, Duvanith?
Duvanith is not listening to you. She's frantically stabbing the shit out of it.
God. Oh god, this is gonna be bad. Jet's gonna put its hand on like it's the side of its jaw, like upper jaw, and cast Dispel Magic on the whole head.
Okay.
Probably not gonna do anything, but
As you cast Dispel Magic, you feel the heavy sort of wave of enchantment magic sweeping over your body dissipate, but the tusks are still stuck in between the jaws.
fuck. At least he can stay close, and he's. Oh god, that's gonna be bad. He's gonna scream. We need help. Someone. We need help. Devon's stuck. And that's Jet's turn.
All right. The boar is going to go next, and it is. Duvanith, you take 9 points of damage as the tusks stay digged into your arm. All right. And with Jet having called on someone to help, Soldado can step in, but you will be dropping the curtains.
Yeah, I assume. Sol drops the curtains and immediately jumps forward, and will try to get his fingers in there and pry the jaws open to at least get Duvan's arms out.
Make me an athletics check.
Is it too late to bonus action rage?
It's too
I
late
thought
to
you
bonus
just.
action.
I thought you said you didn't have any more.
I have one more.
Oh,
I've been
save it.
using it here. Ah, God, please.
Come on.
It's a disadvantage, technically.
True.
Yep.
Fuck, a 9. He will now bonus action rage.
All right. With that, you get your fingers in, but you're not able to provide any leverage or even relief. Duvanith.
I'm stabbing it. Actually, no.
Nice.
I take that back. Is this something which, with insightful fighting, I can determine whether or not I can stab it more better?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
It's an inanimate object, and you've already
Oh,
established
it's
Duvana
definitely
is sort of.
definitely animate. Okay. Anyways, I
I
missed
think
that.
if it's biting her, technically speaking.
Well, I'm in.
Well,
26.
no, it's not biting her. 26 hits.
I am within 5 feet, so you're good.
I don't think I get sneak on it. I think is what we're getting to. 6 points of piercing damage.
All right. Let me double check something.
And she will bonus action disengage. Well, no,
Does that work on a grapple?
You're laughing because it is funny, but like dead serious. If I move away from this thing, I don't want it getting an attack of opportunity on me.
Wait,
Also, I think
Oh,
she's
yeah.
laughing because if you disengage, you might be losing your whole ass hand.
Oh,
I want to be clear. This thing is a inanimate trap. Like it's
Yeah.
not an enemy. It's a.
yeah. I just didn't know if it had lunge.
It's a.
Lunge radius is really, I guess, what I'm getting.
It's like
Got
one of
it.
those.
When you described it as meaty, I'm like, how much stretch do those muscles have? Anyways,
Jet, it is your turn.
How's Duvaneth looking?
she's okay for now.
Okay. Jet is going to try to help Soladago, and from the side try to pry the jaws open. So he's gonna help action
Alright.
do Soul.
And is that your
That-
turn?
Hmm.
All right. With the bower still on Duvana's arm, it is. She takes 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
So try to pry open the jaws again.
Yep.
Because Jet is helping me, does that mean I get double advantage because I'm also raging?
I do not think that's how advantage works.
Oh, it was worth
So I
a
have a
shot.
quick
Check-in.
question. Would it be 15 feet of movement or extra because Koashak has to push past all the tapestries?
Okay, again?
He was.
Jeez.
And not to
Does
be
anyone want to give me an inspiration?
that nitpicker, but that is how advantage works. But
It is. I mean,
yes, so not to be that guy, but Jets brings the roll up to a normal roll, and then an additional stack of advantage would then grant advantage. It literally
Right.
just like a balancing game with like, oh well, like if you get disadvantage these two ways and advantage these two ways, and anyways.
If you
I
couldn't
mean,
actually like
if
get
that's-
double advantage, but you could get up to advantage.
Yeah, you don't get to roll 3 times unless you're Duvaneth. But yeah, you can still get advantage from disadvantage as long as there's enough factors in bringing it up. I believe. I mean,
Right.
I'm ignoring that's how I've always done.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, I'm cool with that because Jet had to use an action, but I just assumed you could never double stack advantage.
I mean, you're not stacking advantage so much as bringing the what?
Advantage. It's like points of help. You can never go higher than advantage, but you can get to advantage. But I'll just reroll. Oh god, please wish me luck.
Yes.
19! Please be
Hey.
enough.
Right.
I also have a wisdom of 10, so if it tries to charm me, I'm kind of fucked.
Well, I think Jet dispelled that effect.
All right.
Naturally.
So the doggo, urged on with the helping of Jet, with him giving you leverage, you're able to pry the suction that the bower has and free Juvana's arm.
Soul is like holding it. It's like, go, 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 go.
I mean,
All right.
if it is my go, that's absolutely what she'll do.
All right, yeah. We're playing fast and loose.
Okay. With that being said, the tapestries are on the ground now, right? She is going to dart this direction and sort of, with the keys and her dagger in her hand, just sort of like through the little sort of edge that Jet had been looking, just sort of slip through the side to get over here.
All right, sounds good. The bower is heavy, but unless you want to stick your arm inside of it, Solidago, it doesn't look like it's going to cause anybody problems.
Juvana's arm is out. He immediately drops it.
All right, the arm is dropped, and all you have are 2 keys and a terrifying experience.
Yep. Soul will.
You
Let go
have
of his last
keys and
rage.
you have trauma.
God, I fucking love that trap so much. Wish to change it a little bit, but I'm fine with that. And he will lift the way for Jet and leave.
Juvanith is exiting the chamber and immediately taking her pack off and taking out her healer's kit to treat her arm,
Okay.
which I don't even know what, if anything.
I think it just
It's
stabilizes
just
you.
for stabilizing. I'm just saying, flavor-wise, she wouldn't just let her arm like bleed after that level of trauma. So she will take a moment, and I'll stylize my second wind that way.
There you go.
Ooh, nice. 10 points of healing. Okay, all right, that's 10. That's 10. Let's go wave him in front of the giant toddler-sized lock. She's bandaging up her arm and slinging it over herself.
As they're collecting themselves, Jet's gonna be like, "Do we want to go look at the water thing and see our family thing?"
We can make one more stop before we deal with the door, or however we still got to figure out how to make these keys one key.
Do we want genuinely, before we want to continue with this, do we want to take a long rest? Make sure that we're prepared for whatever these 10 keys are about to unlock?
Which is why I was
Not a bad
trying.
idea.
I was trying to say go towards the water thing. Okay.
We can try.
Yeah,
I think withers may bother us if we do.
only if we say, "Oh, we're going."
Well, at the very least, we can try to take a long rest, because I think that's what's important. If we do our best
need
to
a
take a long
rest.
rest and it doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
If nothing else, we can get another short breather before doing. We still got to figure out how to make this one key. Even if these are the keys that become one key, let's just go down there.
We can try to figure it out while we rest.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we?
Me and
We're all
Devon.
going.
Oh fuck!
Nani?
Yep, I backed up too. Fuck that.
Nani the fuck? I'm still in the back room with fucking dragon bait.
So you might have to drag.
I'm trying. Once the
I'm
foundry is ass and butts.
letting all the tokens move.
The game's paused right now.
Yeah, we're paused.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for my screen to catch up.
Well, we're all standing in front of Ugly McFuckerson, so.
Oh yeah, Withers is in front of us, Moody. That's what we all were like, fuck about.
I kind of saw this coming. I knew that we weren't going to get a long rest.
No, but it was worth a shot.
You never know.
Be
Yeah.
lucky.
Should have taken that bull by the horns and gotten in the long rest while he could have.
Well, we couldn't.
Taking that boar by the tusks.
Sadly, by
Okay,
know,
your tokens
will
are
say-
super jangled, but that's not important.
I will say,
as you
technically
won't
speaking, we don't know whether or not we could have gotten a long rest. Fish allowed us a short rest. I think if we had have
Keep
bid
talking about it, and
Anyway, continue.
you guys haven't figured out what Withers is going to say yet. Withers, dominating and sort of filling the hallway with his presence, has his hands clasped in front of him, and he's got a few of the the crawling skull hands sort of drifting over his body, and he will say, "You have to go get those turned in at Belcor's vault. He has the large key that permits you into the level."
Okay, and which way is Belcor's vault?
You have to go through the room with Yaka's skull, go through a tiny crawl space, go past the staircase, go past the pit with the golem, go through a hallway, and then it should be there.
So
But, I will leave you all
past this-
undisturbed for where you are headed next. And he will rest a hand on the skull amulet sort of chained around his torso, and he will disappear.
Did he just say we could go back?
I think so.
Should we check?
Well, he told us where to go, which would be all the way back the way we came. If there's another surprise there that he's not telling us, I'd rather rest first, so I at least feel a bit more secure about taking care of things.
We can try.
Wouldn't hurt.
But he's gonna leave us alone. And I don't know who this Belcor is, but I don't feel like messing with him. Yep.
Withers did just call it an exchange, though. It sounds just like
We turn those in
Yep.
for the big key.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
He did say past a
Let's-
golem, though.
Yeah, that too. Well,
So, if that's the case, I'd rather get some rest. Try to get everything
Agreed.
back.
Slow pauses to look at the
As
waterfall.
Yes, swing into view and to look at the waterfall, you see a moderately small scene of chaos. Missionary and Alba are perched in front of a vanity, both of them frantically applying silver dust to their scales. Missionary is holding a curling iron and very desperately trying to know if she should curl her hair or not, or if it'll look stupid if she curls her hair. Alba seems to be very concerned with not doing this. He says that he doesn't need to dress up. Solidago has seen everything. It's really not that big of a deal. and Tyrion is reclined on a couch, having already been dressed to the nines, and is sort of absently saying, "No, stop! You guys look really good." They probably can't even see us, right? It's just auditory, and just given a very sharp look. Kawali is playing with some blocks in the middle of the floor.
Is he making any particular structures or shapes?
He seems to be making a house.
Oh,
He seems really good at it.
hell yeah.
Oh, he can be an architect.
Not in this economy.
Once the warring is done, they'll need houses to build. Soul's reaction was the same as mine, just laughing. And like he looks around to see if like tries to do like looking at the office, but he can't see a camera. And he says, "You both look lovely, especially you, Alba."
Kojak is oddly happy to see Koali not necessarily embracing, but engaging in the mundanities of everyday life.
I'll dress up just in case we see him. That's sweet.
Devaneth has already started down the crawl space.
God damn it.
What do you mean, date?
So it's like,
Voneth is like, no
uh,
feelings, only mission.
all right. Everybody's moving into the crawl space.
Soul lingers, but eventually he will join the rest.
Jed did
Once everyone
too,
else
but
is gone.
quietly. But yeah, he will.
So as you stay behind, Alba is expertly dodging answering the question of if Majanari is appealing to him.
Am I hot?
I'm gay.
Yeah, but you have eyes. Am I hot?
Do I look like I look at humans?
Jesus.
I'm a dragonborn supremacist asshole. What do you think?
Right?
God, I love it. That makes me happy. That's a good vision. Thank you, Fish.
Sorry, I'm trying to move everyone.
Take your time.
All right. Everyone piles into the small room. The gods will eventually ask, seeing everybody sort of huddling down, if they can be formed into a pile so that they can talk amongst themselves.
Sure.
Welcome to the TOA lesser known game show Pile of Gods.
Yeah, so we'll put down Obalaka and Longo. Gently pat both of them.
Kojak will put down Moa and Kubazan.
Okay.
Name pops up.
And one of you has Ijin. I believe that is
Ijin.
Shock.
Oh. Jin hasn't said jack shit. I had no idea.
Wait, no, is it Duvanith? Because Duvanith was the one that opened that, and like she immediately like put them in
Oh,
pocket.
yeah, no,
I thought.
Ijin was like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like,
that's the
"Big
only
fan."
thing I remember. Is Ijin was like, don't touch me. And so Kojak took Ijin.
Yes. So wait, who does that leave?
With
That-
the pile formed, how is everyone relaxing in their 5 feet of space.
Jet just curls up into his corner and just imagines the Triceratops.
No.
Knowing he's going to be
Cool
talking to
guy.
Mistra.
Koshak is sitting up and leans himself against the wall and just kind of thinks about what the fuck is going to happen after this. He's always had the idea that his original home in some capacity would be able to be returned to, but he literally only has Koali actively left in his life, and he is not sure what he's going to do.
Lodago.
Soul is has attempted to borrow the ink, some chalk from Duvaneth, and is writing on the ground to be wiped away later, where there aren't names. Nice things, saying one, like, to any adventurers, you can sleep here. Hi Alba, I hope you're doing well. Love you. If you can, message Liz for me. Say I love to her as well, and then like it's basically like writing notes just in case they see him because the jug doesn't let them hear him.
When you come and request the chalk from Duvaneth, she has taken it and rubbed one side flat on the flap of her pack, creating sort of a white surface with the chalk, and then will hand it off to you and then sort of wet her finger and draw on the surface to transcribe a message.
That's actually a good idea.
What does the
do you mind if I
message
steal that
say,
idea?
Duvaneth?
Oh, that's fine.
Soul will turn his pack around and do the same thing, so that way it's with him. But he'll still also write on the ground. This is a safe place to sleep.
Okay. Duvana. Anything in particular before they head in? Are you sleeping? Or that's it?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty much it. Once she's completed that, she's going to go ahead and trance.
Also, during his shift on the watch, Koajak is going to probably just like write his name in a corner on the wall.
Party gains for the first time in over 12 sessions.
God,
The
really?
benefits of a long rest.
Jesus fuck.
Take away
Jesus
both
fuck.
levels of exhaustion you have. We will start the next session in Belcour's game show. A custom map and rules.
Fuck my life.
Be a trivia / combat thing, so come prepared with everything I've been telling you over the last year and a half.
Every session.
Yeah. Oh, and then Soul says very like absentmindedly while like he's writing stuff. I think we saw that that boar hedge trap in one of the memory jugs.
Duvaneth will say, yeah, but I was under no illusion that there was any way to get those keys without somebody putting their arm in there.
I mean, sword, cut them free, sort of took them out.
Okay, but then the sword gets snapped in half, and we need those.
And
You're
that is
like
where
a-
we'll end tonight's session.
All
With a bow
right.
and arrow, maybe?
Woo!
Thanks for everybody coming
I
out.
tried with the bow and arrow. I was like, oh, well, I'd have to get an angle on it.
Oh no, if you like cut it with the actual arrow or something.
Thanks for everybody coming out. Hope you have a great night. We had a long rest, and we'll be ready for the next week.
Finally.
Bye, everyone.
We got trivia night. Just been talking about this since